So basically, I think the way to calling or to really be engaged at your work is use your character strengths, because these are the ones that make you inspired, that make you engaged. You get into flow at work because you can be yourself and you do what you do the best. That's an easy statement, but how do you make research out of it? Well, we have a questionnaire, an inventory of strengths with 240 items where we can measure those 24 character strengths. It exists in English and in German. I just come to the important part, my doctorate. Claudia Harzer and I did study positive experiences at work, the feeling of calling, and what are the conditions for it. Now, what are positive experiences at work? I mean, you are at work and have a majority of the time pleasant feelings. You have a high level of engagement. You find your work meaningful, and overall you are satisfied with your work. That's what we measured on this side. Just the higher the score, the more your pleasant experience at work. Now, if it's important that you can be yourself, so there needs to be a match between what your job allows you to do or demands and the strengths that you have, especially those that are very central for you, that are signature strengths. So what did we do? We gave our instruments to 1,000 people. We looked at the signature strengths, so those of those 24 that are highest in people, no matter what they are. But we also asked for all 24 strengths, which of those are required at your current workplace. So the rest was just combining. So we had people who either had no strength, that's very unusual, but no strengths that they could use at the current job. We had those who could use one of those that they really had and which they could apply frequently, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. And then the matter is just calculating. So what we found among 1,100 people, that the more of what makes you, the more of your character strengths that you can apply at work, the higher the positive experience that there is at your workplace. We also asked spouses, peers, friends to fill in the character instrument and still asked our participants, how positive do you feel at work, how engaged you are, how meaningful you find your work, and still it's the same function. Then we also asked how strongly you think your work is a calling. Well, what we found generally is that 4 and more strengths at your current work, then positive experiences start getting high. And the same actually for work as a calling, here in the self-report and in the peer reports. So basically calling, or that you really like your job, that you know this is what I want to do, is based on first knowing who you are, what are your signature strengths, and then finding a workplace that allows you to act according to those strengths. If you don't have it, you can recraft your work. You might train your character strengths, that's a different matter, or you move on to something else, and that's basically what we see at the job market.